Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking the channel out. My name is Agabus, and this is your financial education channel. In today's social media world, if you like what you see, give me some currency in that like tab below. Subscribe if you want to see more content, and drop a comment in the comment section below, letting me know that you watched the video. In today's article, we're going to take a look regarding the student loan repayment that has taken place. Biden recently forgave $9 billion in student loan debt. And normally, I'm not going to jump into a lot into the political atmosphere. However, it does seem that finances and politics are so intertwined these days. I'll give you my 2 cents when it comes to the debt repayment and our current fight against inflation in just a minute. But let's take a look here at the current national debt. Current national student loan debt is about $1.76 trillion that the U.S. is in debt. The amount of borrowers, if I'm saying that right, is more than 43 million people in the U.S., and those repayments have just restarted. Here we go from the WhiteHouse.gov article. Statement from the President Joe Biden on student loan debt cancellation for more than 800,000 borrowers. This is again a few months ago, but he said, "I'm proud that my administration is delivering on that promise and has already approved over $116 billion in debt cancellation for 3.4 million Americans. No matter how many lawsuits, challenges, or roadblocks that the Republican elected officials or special interests may put in our way." Now, this is hitting the desk today because the student loan repayments just started up again October 1st after being delayed for 3 years due to the pandemic. Now we move over to CNBC, where Biden cancels $9 billion in student debt for 125,000 borrowers. The relief is a result of his administration's fixes to a number of programs, including the income-driven repayment plans and the public service loan forgiveness. We made a video about this a few weeks ago. President Joe Biden announced on Wednesday that he approved $9 billion in student loan forgiveness for 125,000 Americans. They split this up amongst those who have worked in the public sector for more than a decade. Some forgiveness has gone to those enrolled in income-driven repayment plans, and another $1.2 billion for those who have disabilities. The article continues and says the announcement is likely to help Biden as he runs for re-election, experts say. Biden has forgiven more student loan debt than any previous president, and it distinguishes him from other candidates who are running for the highest office. What's interesting to me is that the latest forgiveness comes months after the Supreme Court struck down his plan to cancel up to $20,000 in student debt for tens of millions of Americans. Then after that setback, Biden said he'd pursue other paths to deliver borrowers relief. More research will come along here as to how or why or what is going on to the reason he's able to get around the Supreme Court decision. That'll be an interesting article when we find that. As we mentioned, federal student loan repayments resumed August 1st after being paused for more than 3 years. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau estimated that 1 in 5 student loan borrowers, 20%, are going to struggle with resumption of these payments. Now, the interesting thing for me is not only how they're able to get around the Supreme Court decision. Again, I'm no legal expert or scholar by any means. But the other question I have is that if we're going to repay all of this debt, that means that those who do have debt can continue to spend and pay money into the economy. However, on the other side of the coin, the current central bank is trying to squash inflation. And so one way to do that would be to have these student loan debtors to pay the student loans back, because that money then would no longer flow into the economy, which I would imagine would help with that inflation fight. But if we're going to start to forgive the debt, then that means the money can continue to circulate into the economy, which makes that inflation fight all that much harder. I don't know. You tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching the channel here today. Again, my name is Agabus. This is your financial education channel. As always, stay inquisitive, stay informed, and stay subscribed for more. And we will see you tomorrow.